Dear students, welcome to the second year 4th sem NC class. This is your 4th class. Let us revise what we studied in the last class. We studied about the what are the C tokens, types of the C tokens, and in that we studied what are the identifiers and how many keywords are there in the C language, and in detail you have studied all the keywords. Okay. So in the today's class, we are going to study about the constants and the variables. What are the constants and variables? How many types of the constants you can use in the C program? That all in detail you are going to study in this session. What are constants? Okay, before going to study the definition of the constant, first let us see that constants are divided into two types. They are called the numeric constants and the character constants. Once again, that numeric constants are divided into integer constant and the real constant. And character constants are divided into single character constant and the string character constant. Okay, let us see the definition. What do you mean by the constants? Constants are the nothing but they are the fixed values, that value that cannot be changed during the execution of the program. What are the constants? Constants are the one fixed values. That values cannot be changed during execution of the program. That constants are mainly divided into two types. They are the numeric constants and the character constants. All of we know that numeric is nothing but what? The numbers. That numbers are once again divided into integer constants and the real constants. Character is nothing but what? The characters, that is A to B. That characters are divided into single character constants and the string character constant. Okay. Now let us move to study in detail about this numeric constants and the character constants and its types. Okay, so before that, just I have given once again the definition of the constant here. What is constants? Constant in C refer to fixed value that do not change during execution of the program. Okay, and here I have taken this for your understanding or for your remembrance that numeric constants are divided into what happens? Divided into two types, that is integer constants and the real constant. So first let us see the what do you mean by the numeric constants. I already told what are the numeric constants. So any integer constants are the integer constant refers to the sequence of digits without a decimal point. Okay, what do you mean by integer constants? Numeric constants is nothing but the numbers. Okay, the whole numbers is called the integer constants. Example for this means you can write 12, 14, 100, 1000, anything. Any whole number is nothing but what? Our integer constant without the decimal point. And another point is in the integer constant we are going to use the these three also, that is you can use the decimal constant, octal constant and the hexadecimal. Okay, we all know that a decimal constant is nothing but what? The decimal numbers, that is from 0 to 9. Octal constants is nothing but 0 to 7. Hexadecimal is nothing but what? 0 to 9 and A to F. These all numbers comes under the integer constant. Okay, now let us move to the Real constants. What do you mean by the real constants? Okay, these another name for this is nothing but what? The real numbers. Real is nothing but what? Float. Another name for the real constants is the float. Whenever we are using in the program this real numbers, we are going to take it as a float. Float. Float is nothing but we are using the real constants. Int is nothing but we are using the integer. Okay. So, but what do you mean by the real constants? Real constants is nothing but what? The numbers which contains both integer part and the fractional parts. Like examples are 1.25, 3.45. So, with the fractional part, whenever you are taking the numbers, that numbers are called the float numbers are the real numbers. Okay. Next, so here, what happens in the constants? There are the two types, that is numeric constants and the character constants. Okay, that numeric constants are divided into two types, that is integer constants and the real constants. The whole numbers are called the integer numbers, whereas the number with the integer part and the fractional part are called the real constants. In the same way, what happens? Character constants are divided into single character constants and the string character constants. Okay, just for your understanding, I have taken the figure here and the here. So character constants are divided into single character constant and the string constant. Let us see what do you mean by the single character constant. So here it is, single is nothing but one, character is nothing but character, constant is nothing but the constant. Okay, single is nothing but one any character, it may be the small character or the big character. Constants is nothing but whatever you are taking the single character, it is a one constant value. What is constant? Its value cannot be changed during the execution of the program. Okay, it is literal or any symbol enclosed by the apostrophes or a single quote. Okay, here if the single quote, whatever you are writing the single alphabet, no, that comes under the single character constant. Okay, so whatever you are written in the single quote, that is character. It may be you can take the, actually you can take the small capital or if you want you can take the numbers also, but that number is treated as a one character. You don't think that you have taken one is nothing but that is number one, that is treated as a character constant. One is a one character constant. Any number also you can take, any symbols also you can take. Okay, next let us come to the next one, that is string constant. What do you mean by the string constant? String is nothing but set of characters, or you can say that sequence of characters enclosed between the double quotes. Okay, set of characters are the sequence of the characters enclosed between the double quotes is nothing but what? String character. Example, here I have written an example. In the double quote I have written C programming. Anything you write, whatever you want. Okay, that is nothing but what? The string character. Whatever you want you can write in the double quote. If you have written your name, then that is also called a string constant. In the double quote you have to take the string constant, whereas in the single quote you have to take the single character constants. Okay, let us hope all of you understood about the constant. It is one important topic in the C programming. First, what do you mean by the constants? Constants are divided into two types, that is numeric constants and the character constants. Numeric constants are divided into integer constants and the real constant. Character constants are divided into single character constants and the string constants. Okay, now move to the next. What is the next topic is, till now we have studied the different types of the constants. Okay, in that character constants can be used in the assignment statement or in symbolic constant definition. Okay, you can use this character constant in define. Okay, define that where you studied that. Just to try to remember, please try to read the PPTs, listen the video. It is very important. Okay, here where you have learned this define, you learn this define in the structure of C program. Okay, in the define also you can use the character constant like this. Okay, and assignment statement, which is called the assignment statement, you will come to know in the coming videos. Next point is here we are having the another type of the character constants. These are also very important in the C programming, that is backslash character constants. They are called the backslash character constants, or it is also called the escape sequence. Okay, to make the output somewhat attractive, usually we are using the backslash character. Attractive, or you can say that for the understanding purpose, easy understanding purpose, we are using this backslash character or the escape character. It is very important also. Hmm? Otherwise it is somewhat difficult to understand the output. If we are not using this backslash character, it is difficult to understand the output, what it is displaying in the screen. And in the for the examination point of view also, you have to remember how many backslash character constants are there, and what do you mean by escape sequence. That type of the questions may be asked in the examination. So please be ready with all these backslash character constants, how to use this in the programming. Okay, first one is, for example, I am explaining all this. Okay, where these are using output functions. Okay, I already told you, to make the output for the understanding are somewhat attractive, we are using this backslash character. So that is why these constants are used in the output functions. What are the output functions we are studying in the coming classes? Okay. Okay, here for your just I will tell you one output function, that is called the printf is a one output function in the C programming. In the printf we are using all these backslash characters. Okay, in detail we are going to study the format of that printf and how you are going to use, where you are going to use, that I will tell in the next classes. Okay, here first one is what your, this is called the backslash character with the small n. What it stands for? It stands for new line character. Okay, after writing something, you want to write the another line and you don't want to continue here in the C programming, then you are going to use this character here and write continuously. It is going to print in two lines. Okay, here I am writing printf, and in the double quote this I will write. Afterwards I will take the new line character. Here another sentence. This is going to print in two lines. That is why this is called the new line character. Okay. Similarly, this is it is whenever if you want some audible alert, then we are going to use this one, and this is called the backspace character. This is called the form feed. This is called the carriage return, and this is called the horizontal tab. Whenever you are doing the practicals, no, just you put all this and just to see what happens in the output. Okay, backslash characters is nothing but they are using in the output functions. In that, this is new line character, this is audible alert, this is backspace, this is form feed, carriage return, and horizontal tab. Okay, actually carriage return is nothing but anybody, if you know the typewriter, in the typewriter if we want to come for the next line, okay, here this is the one line, next I want to type from this side. Okay, then I am using the carriage return is one one button is there that we are bringing back, that you can do using this slash r. Okay, next next things is what is our next one is the variables. What are the variables? Variables are the variable, that means they are varying. Okay, variable is they are going to vary during the execution of the program. That is nothing but what the variable. Variable is a location in memory referenced by an identifier that contains a data value which can be changed. Name given to memory location is variable name. Okay, the variable is nothing but what, as its name indicates, vary. Okay, the contents whatever we are using, that we are changing, so that is why they are called the variable. We are going to change the variable during the program execution, so that is why we are calling it as a variable. Okay, so whereas constants is nothing but what, they are not going to change that value during the execution of the program. They are the constants. Variables is nothing but they are going to vary during the execution of the program. So here some statement for this is, variable is a location in memory referenced by an identifier that contains a data value which can be changed. Okay, for example, I am just comparing this with your program, that first program what I have told you, that is int a comma b. Correct, here a and b are called the identifiers. Here I want to add this numbers, means I am giving it as a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 2. Okay, this 4 and 2 can be changed. First you are going to find the values of addition of this 4 and 2. Afterwards I am going to change its value as 5 and 4. That means you can change this. This is called the variable. Okay, so here you just go through this what it is given. Variable is a location in the memory referenced by an identifier that contains a data value. This is nothing but what, the data value which can be changed. This can be changed. Name given to a memory location is the variable name. Here a and v are called the variable names. Okay, and you should know some rules for the variables. What are the rules? Means rules for naming variables are so same as an identifier. What are the rules we are following for the identifier? We should follow the same rules for the identifier also. Okay, once again, this is what your reference books. And what is this? This is our concern about my students. Please stay home, stay safe and stay healthy. Okay, this is again another one important concern about my students. What is that? All of you are able to read it. It is not necessary to read. And next thing is, any comments are welcome. If you have any problems regarding this also, you can ask. Okay, we will meet in the next video.